Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
Because you always use that active red light defending. I think it's like.
Are we live? Of course we're live. Our third and final European 2024 watch along sees us watch Italy against Albania. I can't guarantee it will be as entertaining to a degree as Spain, Croatia, or obviously Hungary against Switzerland. But what I can guarantee is we're watching it together, people. Big up you lot on Twitter and on Twitch. Again, get your opinions, your predictions, your talking points, etc. in. I'm going with 1-0 Italy. I wouldn't call it Italy dark horses, but I just feel for many years, like I'm 29, and it feels like every competition that Italy are in, whether they like the World Cup in 2006 or actually the recent European Championships prior to this, which Italy won, where we talk about Italy, nobody really talks about them as contenders for it. I know they might not have the most attractive team on paper, even though they've got some quality players, but what they have is mentality. They're mentality monsters, and I can't say they're dark horses, but for me, they kind of are. Now, we've seen the Germans look good. We've seen the Spaniards look good, and they're about to see the Italians. I hope we see more than just a single goal. But yeah, and I don't know why, but it feels like this is somewhat of a derby. I really don't know why. Maybe it's because, you know, from the Albanians, I know they're very passionate and very football hungry individuals. The same goal for Italy. So it should be a good clash, really. As I always say, as a neutral, I want to see drama. I want to see good football. I want to see all of it. Big up DG, your grind is real. I'm trying it, man. I'm trying it. You used my graphic on a thumbnail without permission, mate, which is a copyright infringement. What thumbnail did I use? My graphic designer, he does his thing myself. I don't know what you're talking about. You have to take that with my editor. I think you're chatting shit, personally. But yeah, no, I could call him right now. You're capping, man. Don't cap, man. Don't cap. Because definitely not for this watch along. But yeah, well, what I would say, if it is that, which I'm pretty sure it's not, report that stuff to the appropriate authorities, fella, man, because I think you're capping. But yeah, man, I'll see you in court. 3-0 for me to who? You've gone with Italy. Shout out American Gun. He's gone 2-1 Italy. You know what? 3 goals would be lit. I just don't think, I can't see Albania scoring. Now that I've said that, you lot where 3-0's concerned and 2-1's concerned is probably, it's probably there now. When I look at the Italian team, Scamacca, and what I would say with Scamacca, I think Scamacca shows that football is a funny old game of opinions, man, in that couldn't buy a game for West Ham, did very well for Atalanta, is currently leading the line in the opening game of Italy's campaign for the Euros. Chiesa's a very good footballer. If it wasn't for injuries, he'd be held in higher regards, essentially, man. Fratese's decent as well. DG, how good can Lani Yamal mean? I think you mean... Oh shit! I almost forgot you're talking about this. Is Lamine Yamal again? It's getting late, man. I think he could be as good as he wants, man. I think he could be as good as he wants, man. I think I want to be wary of putting tags on him and all of these things. I mean, the man's 16, and in many ways, he displays himself in certain actions and certain moments that he is a 16-year-old, 17-year-old with sometimes shooting from areas you don't need to shoot from, maybe overplaying. I think he could be the best La Masia graduate since Messi, if I'm honest. I can't quite say he's Lionel Messi. He's going to be nowhere near that. Donnarumma, Gonyanto, Chiesa, and Donnarumma are the only hope. I think Donnarumma is overrated. I think he's a quality keeper. I do think people need to understand that he's a very young keeper, and he's a young player first and foremost, and he's a very young keeper. As we know, keepers essentially are babies. I mean, the man's capping. He's been around for years. He's 25, so it kind of disregards what I say. To be fair with you, I think he's quite overrated. I think he's a good keeper, but I think he's quite suspect, if I'm honest with you. I think he can be got at. But he's got some very experienced individuals in front of him, man, and it should be good from an Italian perspective. I'm a big Barella fan. Jorginho's obviously there, and I mean, he's an Arsenal lad. So in the same vein with Raya, with Kai Havertz, with Declan Rice and Saka, who else is going off to the Euros? Trossard is there, Zinchenko is there. Am I missing anyone else out? I don't think so, but we wish them all the best in this competition. Same way with the boys from Brazil. Unfortunately, Gabriel Jesus isn't part of the Copa America squad, but the other Gabriels are. So hopefully they do their thing in that regards, man. So yeah, man. I'm pretty sure my editor done it himself, but you know, if that's the case, bro, file what you need to file, my brother. Like, take that up with court. Like, we'll see you in court, innit? Like, we'll take that up to YouTube, innit, and make the best man win. I pretty much disagree, but yeah, man, you're gonna have to cry somewhere else. Surprised that Spinazzola isn't starting at fullback. He was tearing it up before his terrible injury. I get it, but we got to remember it's a squad game, man. And I think where you look at obviously Spain with Dani Almo coming off the bench, etc., it's decent. Editor who? I mean, you lot, as much as I'm trying to get better at editing, if you lot think I make my thumbnails, that's crazy. I ain't got the skills that my Don has, man. Which players have impressed you the most in the Euros so far? Impressed. You know what? I think Cucurella had a good opening to the tournament. I think Morata had a good opening to the tournament. I think, obviously, you know, the whole Rodri penalty incident will take precedent, but I think Rodri across that game was quite decent. I think Wirtz and Musiala did very well. Toni Kroos, obviously. How far does the impressing thing go? Because, you know, with some of them players, of course, it's impressive, but we know what they're about. We know they're quality players. Lamau as well, Lamine Yamal as well, kind of piggybanking off that. But we know they're quality players. So I would say them. In terms of disappointment, oh, do you know what? What's that you as well, man? The striker who started for Switzerland, man, the black guy up front, not Embolo, who came off the bench and did quite well. Him. So yeah, man, I think Szoboszlai in the second half did well. Well, bro, please just take it up. Just if you feel that he's copyrighted you, I will contact him. But if you feel he's done that, which I'm pretty sure he hasn't, I mean, you said it's a copyright infringement. Take that up with YouTube or whatever, please, man. Like, because I'm pretty sure it's not. But if it's that deep, take it up with the authorities. We'll see you in court. Fabio Ruiz, that's a great shout. You know, again, you're right. He did very well. Very well. Very well. What a goal it was from him and a great overall performance. Players that haven't impressed me. I think Modric struggled, if I'm honest with you. The whole of Croatia, furthermore, man. If I'm honest. Now, Cucu is ish. Kai did well. To be fair, I don't rate Cucurella, but I got to be honest. I think in his first, and whether he's able to maintain that, it's another thing. But I think Cucurella had a very good performance, man. Don't think Donnarumma is even rated anymore. And it's kind of sad to say his breakthrough at Milan was so good along with his Euros campaign. I just don't think he's improved enough as a goalie. Is he captain for Italy? Pick him up. I like him, but I think he's shaky. I think he's very shaky. I think the fundamentals of being a goalie haven't improved. And like, is he, from what I saw of him when, like you said, when he came through, again, obviously you're going to hype him and be kind of falling victim to that. But is he top 5 goalie in the world? Well, I'd say Ederson, Alisson are there. Ederson, Alisson, a fit Courtois is defo there, in my opinion. There might be some other keepers, but Manuel Neuer and Ter Stegen, I think, are better than him. I don't know if they're top 5. Like, other than that, you know, I'm not saying Onana's better than him, especially with what we've seen of him in the United shirt. But based on him in an Inter shirt, is he necessarily better than Onana? Is he necessarily even better than David Raya? Shit, he's even better than Ramsdale, like, and I don't rate Ramsdale like that. Like, is he clear of him? And I'm not saying he is or isn't, but you get it. So I'm not too sure where we're taking it there, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, man, smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts. Barella, I beg Arsenal why we're not, but he's on big money. I mean, we're not getting Barella, man. It's a dream. You're going to have to put down big money, and I'm sure he's in the process of signing a new deal at Inter Milan, following on with Lautaro Martinez. Albania to kick off. Who knows? They might pull off an upset. De Gea better than him. When was the last time we saw De Gea play, man? I can't guarantee that. But Yeah, Donnarumma should really and truly be mentioned among the best keepers in the world. And I mean, he's still 25. Like, he's still only 25. He's got another, what, depending on how much he wants it, at least conservative, another 11 years, really, till he's about 36. Albania have kicked off, people. It's the third and final game of today's fixtures where the Euro 2024 is concerned. Hopefully, it's a decent one. DeMarco's to take a throw in for Italy. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm not going 1-0 Italy. 3-1. Oh, gosh. Hey! Albania have taken the lead in the opening 30 seconds. What the hell is that from DeMarco? Game on, lad. Brother, it just shows you the professional footballers can make some schoolboy-esque mistakes. He's taking a simple throw-in straight into the path of the Albanian lads and the Albanian fans. Not just at the stadium, but probably all over. Definitely in Palmer's Green. Going mad. What? Big up the Albanians for taking advantage of that. But what a cheap goal to concede. Number 10 from Albania. Respectfully, you know I can't pronounce that name. I'm even going to embarrass myself. DeMarco's throw has gone straight into his path. And he's rifled that. Past Donnarumma. You can't blame Donnarumma for anything, but blink and you miss it. Some fans at home and in the stadium probably haven't even sat down yet. Boy, game on. And to be fair, sometimes conceding that early can be a gift and a curse. But at the moment, the Albanians are ahead. Boy, what the hell was that? What on God's green earth was that, lad? Game on, man. I said I want drama. I want controversy. I'm down for this. What the hell, bro? You didn't get 8 hours, 9 hours plus sleep. What was that? Just as I said, I'm changing things. Oh, it could be 1-1. It should be 1-1. It's not 1-1. And it's game on, man. Pellegrini probably should have put that in the back of the net. 2 minutes in, there should be 2 goals. Albania almost engineering a mistake of themselves. To be brutally honest, he is falling. It is against the run of play. His standing leg is falling. But I mean, Pellegrini hits the target. It's probably 1-1. Game on settings. Wait, what? I mean, Albania restarted proceedings. The linesman's put up his flag. I'm not sure why, but he has. Hey, to be fair, England scored first 2 goals. It's a long 90 minutes. A long 90 minutes. Sometimes score. It sounds dumb, but for those that watch football on a regular basis, sometimes scoring this early as underdogs, it could harm you. Because obviously anything can happen, but I don't even think the Albanians thought if they were to score, we was going to score in those circumstances. That's surely a foul. I like that from Broya, though. He's tried to just give Bastoni a little nudge. Boy, and you know what, yeah? Do you know what? I shouldn't do this, but I control my Italian supporting friends. I shouldn't. Bearing in mind, yeah, I wouldn't write off Italy, not just today, but in general, because their under-17s won something. I'm sure another youth side won something, and currently they hold this title. Hello? What's going on? You lot conceded. What's going on? Italiano. You lot go down. What's going on? Is that what DeMarco's on? DG wouldn't do that at left back. Is that what's going on? How do you feel about conceding?
No hope, sure.
Huh?
Got no hope.
Stop trying it, man. Do you what? Are you scared of Albania or?
Trophies, mate.
Huh?
We won trophies.
Yeah, I've won trophies as well, lad. I'm from Brazil, cuz. Stop trying to put on a brave act, because you know I'm live. You're putting on a brave act. You normally talk bossier than this. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Don't make Albania win, or it's peak for you, my guy. Right, you're rattled, man. You're not. I've never heard you this silent, man. Biagio, what's going on, Biagio?
No, I'm not rattled and had no hope.
Say no more, man. Oh, my friends are poor, man. Tottenham fans can't be Italian. I wouldn't even come down for the parade. London will be flooded with the free white stuff tonight if it stay. Oh boy, you're moving mad. Italy weren't letting us forget the Euros. They're not done. They're not done. Listen, as much as I tried to annoy my friend, they're not done. Anyone that thinks Italy are written off or the game's done, he's sadly mistaken. These lot are mentality monsters. I'm not saying they're necessarily going to win the game, but boy, there's a lot of football to be played. And if you're DeMarco at left back, you've got to atone for that. You have to either score or get an assist. You have to do something. You have to. We need more if we want to win the league, man. All I want is to witness it. Big up DG. Do you trust Edu Broski? I'm skeptical. He needs to pattern up. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm skeptical, but whether we'll sign players that makes me look at it and say, like, as I always say on my channel, there'll be a day where I think, yeah, we can win the league, but I think we've got the tools to challenge. I think, you know, there's certain positivities, but I don't think I went into the season before last or last season, or will do this season, thinking, yeah, we're winning the league 100%. I hope so, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I don't know what Edu's expected to do, because I do think Arteta's got more authority than him. Edu just has to get deals done. Is it about to be 1-1? No, it's not. I think they actually cannoned off an Italian shirt. Italy are not done, man. They've actually reacted very well to conceding. Germany, winners, or Portugal, if you ask me. I'd have to see, man. Manuel Locatelli can't get into this Italian side. I hear it, but we've got to remember this is tournament football, man. And we're seeing 6 minutes. You know, everyone's got to use their squad. Chiesa. Boy, what's going on here? Pellegrini. It's on this right-hand side with the Italians. Di Lorenzo's put a ball in. It's been dealt with there. And the Italians have won. Yeah, Albania, you lot are playing with fire. You might get finesse soon, you know. I would say after scoring, Albania need to be better with possession. They need to play out from the back a lot better. Or the Italians will get themselves right back into this game. If Germany win the Euros, would you say Kroos will become a Ballon d'Or winner? I mean, he's got a shout. He's got a shout. You won the champs and the Euro. You got a shout. You got to be up there. I'm still giving it to Vinicius, but he's got a shout. And I guess for Tony Kroos, be a great way to end your career. And I must admit, Tony Kroos, you're doing football a disservice. You're a disgrace. Anyone that saw you play in the Champions League and anyone that saw you play for Germany, bro, I hear it. You're allowed to do what you want, but you need, as football fans, you owe us another couple years, man. Moving like you can't run anymore. You've got another 2 odd years. And Albania, Italy, defensively, you're looking a bit nervous. I can't blame Di Lorenzo for putting that out for a corner. He ain't got eyes in the back of his head, but that says everything. Donnarumma needs to talk. Corner kick to Albania. At least they can't get into the French squad. To be fair, have you seen the French side? Stacked. And not just Elise, like a couple of young French players. If they weren't French, you could argue they'd be, you know, they'd be at the Euros if they're from other countries. Be very interesting if Albania get a second. And do you know who looks like they're up for it? Probably the one guy in the team of Albania I can pronounce with the greatest of respect. Bro, it looks like he's down for this today. Oh, and it's interesting the positions the Albanian or the red shirts are taking up from this corner. The in-swinging corner, oh, that's a poor delivery. You got to do better, man. Give your teammates something to work with. Retiring way too early, I think you'll regret that decision in the long run. To be fair, though, man, like, what? He's probably been playing since 17, 18, 19. I guess it takes a lot out of you. You know, you spend less time with your family and your loved ones. Obviously, you know, you're training. He probably just wants to give it up, man. And I don't know if he'll regret it. Probably just can't bother anymore. He reserves the right. And obviously the players aren't getting any younger, even though, again, I'm sounding like a hypocrite because I think from what I can see, Tony Kroos, you can still ball out at this level. He might not reckon he's still got it in him. Like, come on, man. Like, none of us here are footballers, but how many of us have played football and you're playing and you look at yourself, especially Sunday League, and you're like, I'm not like what I used to be. I'm not as fast as I used to be. It's taking me longer to recover. And the players are getting younger as well. And from a human point of view, I'm exaggerating, but I'm sure the guy just wants to have a little beer or a burger or something and not have to think, I've got to run this off tomorrow if I want to still be what I'm being. I think it's good and bad news for Real Madrid. It's bad news because it's Tony Kroos. It's good news because obviously if you're Tchouaméni, Camavinga, these kind of guys, you're going to get more first team football naturally. Because there's no Kroos. You'd imagine Modric. I don't know. Modric might get more football because Kroos ain't there, but you'd imagine Modric is probably going to kind of be what he found himself in Madrid this year. Reckon Italy have been affected by the winner's curse. France ain't that good. Deschamps struggles to pick the right 11, picks wrong match. I'd be asked to say France ain't that good. DG, you can join your passport like me. Yo, I'm even mad, man. I've been seeing these Albanian players scoring bangers for a minute, man. They were going wild in the qualifiers. Hopefully it continues now, man. I want to see a good game of football. Pellegrini and DiMarzio over this corner kick. Taking it short. This has to come to something. That's a decent knock. Someone head that in. And it's 1-1. This is why you can't sleep on Italy, lad. Bastoni has restored parity. Boy, game on. 10 minutes in, we've been treated to 2 goals. Game on. Game on. Boy, you know what? I thought there would only be... Look. I always believed in us, bro. I always believed in us, bro. You know I got Juventus shirt. Listen, it's cool, man. You know it's Italian thing. Destiny and Doggy Balotelli vibes. I'm part of this thing. Listen, go on my live stream, yeah, and go to the start, yeah. I was saying Italy are the Real Madrid of international football mentality monsters. We're here, man. Huh? Hey, you're cracking up, man.
Hey, wait, you're actually streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, you're streaming.
Yeah, man. Like I'm supporting Italy. We're bringing it home to Milan, bro. You come on. You know my grandma was born in Italy, cuz.
Oh, don't switch it up.
Wait, Juventus, for Juventus fans. I was born in Italy, man. Come on, bro. Come on. And Doggy's my cousin. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Del Piero used to kick ball with me. I said, I'm not even trying to be a footballer, man.
Oh, you're Balotelli's cousin?
Yeah, man. Me and Balotelli used to run around Rome and that, like. Do you know who I used to kick ball with? You're not even gonna believe it. Do you remember Sergio Roberto, the Barca lad? Like they used to say it was me and him, but we had a fight. I got released.
What are you saying? Your man's lost cousin.
Yeah, man. I used to I used to kick ball with these, man. Hey, I'll show you later, man. Hey, you got Zalbaleta and Silvinho. I didn't even realize you had Premier League alumni representing these lot. But hey, the Euro, has started well. Him even my DJ Shameless. DG got Sicilian connections, Costa Nora and that. Bro, these are my guys, man. I always believed in Italy, man. I was born in Italy, but I moved to England at a young age. I forgot. I thought Kroos would go US, but man, just packing it in. Wonder if he comes back to be fair, there's a lot of conflicting rumors about what Toni Kroos is going to do post-career. Some say he's doing up property development. I did see some rumors that he's involved in Madrid to some degree with the youth stuff. And to be that fair, that could be great for him, really. You know, if you're a young centre mid, to pick Toni Kroos' brains, ridiculous. But I guess only he knows, man. You're moving mad. You're top blue, moving mad. It's funny, though, because Kroos was getting on to Bale and Havertz for retiring early a couple of years ago. And now look at him. I mean, I hear that, but like when did like what? How old is Eden Hazard? He's like 32 doing soccer raid. He's too good for that. Bale packed it in. My man's 34, like really and truly. Like I think Toni Kroos is worried, and I wouldn't say necessarily Toni Kroos, but I do think us football fans, we get in this trap here of assuming that what these players, just assuming they become proper first team footballers at 20 and play till 35. You know, we're assuming that they play for 15 years. Obviously, some people come through younger. You might be like Milner making your debut at 16, 17, playing all the way into your 35. Or you might be like Jack Wilshere, Cesc Fabregas, Wayne Rooney, where you come on the scene early and then you rub out. But apparently they say the average footballing career is 9 years, you know. Which is crazy when you think about it. 9 years to maximize your earnings, to maximize your potential, all these things. And that's why someone like Dele Alli, again, big him up for all the things he's gone through. But like, you need to take them warnings like in the all or nothing when Jose is like, your career is going to go like that. 9 years. I think 36 and over is retirement age. I mean, my man is 34, bro. To be honest, Toni Kroos has won everything. He's some things that many people dream of winning once several times. I think if my man wants to retire at 34, he's well within his rights, man. Respectfully, Kroos can't be chatting to Bale. What? Toni Kroos can't chat to Bale? I like Bale. When I used to work at Spurs, I got a picture of him. He's very humble. You wouldn't think it's Gareth Bale, and everybody that's met him has ever said you proper wouldn't think you're. This is when he was at Spurs, but you wouldn't think you're a Premier League footballer. You're very, very humble, man. And to be honest, you get that vibe from him. But Tony Kroos is a bigger legend than Bale will ever be. Obviously, I'm not even trying to belittle Bale, but come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Bale went to the US on one first season, then he went to be a golfer. Bale's still doing a sport. Hazard eating donuts. To be fair, everyone can do what they want. Oh, Zomo Sonogo. To be fair, I would have loved to have seen Eden Hazard keep playing, but his game is centered around joy. He lost the love of joy for the sport, the injuries and all of that. And I actually feel sorry for Hazard because his dream was Madrid. Technically, he won the Champions League, but we all know like he was just on the peripheral things. Bale stopped giving a hell a long time ago. They all reserve the right to do what they want, really. You know, just the other night, if in my opinion, Bale out of all of them, like he's probably laughing the most because just the other day you was a left back. Look at you playing for Madrid. And I think you lot, I didn't know you lot kind of weird, man. Let the guys do what they want to do. Skamaka shot has cannoned off someone. Barella, is that a goal? 2-1. We're back. What did I say at the start? I want to see Barella. We're back. Italiano. This is what we do. Safe. Italy 2. Albania 1. Albania, this level of defending, I'm not going to cap, is crap. You can't defend like that against the reigning champions. Oi. Barella, man, we should have bought you when you was at Caligari. Horrible defending. Credit to Skamaka for keeping it alive. Pardon me. Serious shot. DG-esque. First time on that. Barella's lit, man. Serious. And there you have it. The Italians are there, man. Nah, I'm just running back. I ain't supporting no one, man. Well, we've been treated to 3 goals inside 16 minutes. Bale's one of the only Spurs players I respect. You know what? Actual Spurs players are rated. Moussa Dembele, Gareth Bale, Son Heung-min, unfortunately Harry Kane. Goal check. Wait, cut the track. Why is VAR having a look? What's there to have a look for? Are they saying DeMarcio was offside in an offside position? Check over. The goal stood. I mean, I don't know what they're checking there. That was just checking for the sake of it. Come on, Euros. We've started this European Championship campaign very well. I know Michael Oliver, you know, in true Premier League fashion, brought his nonsense in the Spain game. Let's keep it going, man. Just keep the game how it's supposed to be. 17 minutes in, we've been treated to 3 goals. And again, Albania need to calm down. Probably a bit too emotional after they scored. See, stuff like, oh, well, just about to praise them for how they're playing out from the back, but their captain's trying to be a hero. Ooh! Chiesa! Hey, someone got ripped, and the final ball wasn't good enough. Naughty bit of trickery. See, if fit Chiesa's a problem. Juventus, you really want to sell Donny? Lovely bit of trickery there, man. Ledley King was overrated and injured too much. Now, I think Ledley King was a quality defender, but like, yeah, they do too much for that. Ledley King was cold. Like, Ledley King was a serious defender. Modric, yeah, you could throw Berbatov. Hey, you can't forget him. Van der Vaart slyly. Jermaine Defoe, he's man them. Lennon, he was mad them. So yeah, Deban could be there. In terms of legend status at Madrid, you could say Kroos, but as a footballer, Bale is levels. Bale was an elite, but pound for pound, Bale can't talk to Tony Kroos. I'm sorry. In the world of football, definitely Tony Kroos' legacy. And some of it could be because Bale's Welsh. Some of it could be because Tony Kroos is German and he was at Bayern Munich prior. And obviously, respectfully to Wales versus Germany, who's more likely to do things? Come on now. Tony Kroos' legacy. To be fair, humble beginnings. I'm not even trying to belittle Bale, but come on. Can't talk to Tony Kroos. That one of the best footballers of this modern. Not saying Bale isn't, but Tony Kroos is undisputably, arguably one of the best in his role. I never thought Bale was. Cold, don't get it twisted, but like the Neymars of this world and all of them kind of guys, like Tony Kroos is in a different kind of realm to him. I'm sorry, access denied. Dembele was good. If anything, Spurs' Dembele was mad overrated, and I've not take nothing away from this because Spurs are not used to having cold footballers. John, you sound like a hater, dog. Pat Jennings, Bell won MLS. Kroos ain't fair enough. What are you saying? Tony Kroos should swap that for his World Cup. I hear it, man. Bell's a better footballer than Kroos will ever be. I'm sorry now. I'm not even trying to boy Bell, but like it's corner kick to Italy. Yes, you're on the FIFA thing. Corner kick to Italy. It's about to be 3-1. No, it's not. No, it's not. And the Albanians are trying to counter-attack. This is a good passage of play. Hey, hold it, protect it. Hey, bro, get up, ref. That's a foul, you know. That's a foul, you know. Game on, come on. Hey, this is lit. Albania, when I think of Albania, I think of fire, intensity, and passion, and the same goes for Italy, and I think it's being reflected. 21 minutes in, it's 2-1 to Italy. We saw a goal within the first 30 seconds, folks. Absolute madness. Pellegrini's been booked. Pellegrini, I can't let you get away with it. You should have scored as well. He's got a similar tap to one of my friends. I banter my friend all the time about it. You know the man that have them the Bedina tats, the tats that run from the ear there. And I got some of my friends got fire tats, man. Used to work for your ops. Yeah, I used to work at Spurs. Well, I support Arsenal. They don't support me. I'm trying to get paid, bro. What? I do work for Spurs now. Spurs said, come be a coach, come be a content creator, come be a scout. I'm sorry, Arsenal, but like Arsenal not running that in. I might try sabotage it from the inside, bro. I support Arsenal. Arsenal don't support me. Like everyone, I just want to better my life, bro. Come on, man. They can be disappointed at Kroos. They were disappointed at Modric. Like, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, bro. Bergkamp took a while to go at Arsenal. Henry did. It's not where you start, it's where you're going, bro. Odegaard took a while to get going at this football club. Sir Alex Ferguson almost got sacked at Man United. It's very different to when he left. Big up Bale, but come on, man. Have manners. Big Tony Kroos. Have manners. Bale was lit. Oh, it's about to be. I was getting excited. I thought it was going to be another goal. Ooh, ref. It's a cool play on. Play on, ref. He's calm. That looked like that could have been a dangerous collision. England going to have the first 0-0. Like, man. Anyone remember Aaron Lennon being hyped as better than Walcott? I remember when it was Lennon versus Walcott versus Gabby or Bonglo. Yeah, that's cool for Tony Kroos starting at 24. Big up Bell, man. Bell never went band for with Neymar for nothing. Come on now. Big up Bell, but that's where we're now starting to lie. He never went band for with Neymar for nothing. Can't lace Neymar's boots. Never did it. Never did it like that. And I'm not belittling Bell because we all remember what he did to what was that defender's name? Bartra. We all remember what he did in the Champions League. Never went band for with Neymar. Are you crazy? But this is why I welcome opinion. You're moving crazy. Bell's Bell's different class, man. Bell's cold. Lennon and Defoe overrated, bit harsh. I mean, I don't think people rated Lennon like that. Well, I never rated Lennon like that. He's just man, a minute. Spursy fans in the chat can't believe Tony Kroos. People are talking like Tony Kroos are big dog in this thing. I can't believe it. Never write off the Italians. Mentality monsters, man. Oof, well, Jorginho and Barella getting absolutely angry at each other. Come on, Jorgie. You know what, Italy, I'm going to need you to get a pen. I want to see Jorginho get on the score sheet. Albania just need to relax. Just relax. I'm not going to lie, the Italians, it looks like they, it looks like the Albanians poked a bear, really, because Chiesa's on it. Di Marzio's probably the happiest man, really, because, everyone's probably going to forget that throw-in he took. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think people are talking about the legacy. I'm still going for Bell over Neymar. That says it all. And I'm not. This is not even a crazy shout. Big up Bell, but give them both for football. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Give them both for football. Neymar is better than him. Let's not do all of this stuff. Give them both for football. Neymar is better than him. I'm not even getting at Bell, but there's nothing Bell can do that Neymar can't. Mind games, provoking conversations in the chat. There's nothing he can do. You can't play mate like Neymar. Can't dribble like Neymar. You can't play in tight and in wide areas like Neymar. How are you so good at cooking people in terms of banter? You have to have knowledge for that. Me, I'm not cooking no one, man. Big up you, though. You're in the Champions League. Who are you going to pick, Bale or Neymar? It's almost like Neymar hasn't won that himself. Are we forgetting? Are we forgetting what Neymar? What year was it? MSN. Take nothing away from Messi. Are we forgetting what Neymar did? And Neymar never really got credit for it and was in the shadow of a couple players. Let's not do that. Let's respect Neymar. Like Neymar ain't bagged in the fucking Champions League final as well. Respect my guy, please. Don't talk like Neymar's an idiot. I know he's a bit mad with things. Don't ever like. Come on, man. John, I don't know, man. But I appreciate it. Jorginho needs to recruit Barella to justify his contract. Barella is, you know, it is with them Italian players, like, and there's obviously exceptions to the rule. They don't tend to leave them kind of clubs. The league, the Italian league, better yet. They don't tend to bust out. I mean, Scamacca did. You know, after what happened to West Ham, he did that again. Do you know he was a dream seller where Italy's concerned, and I don't think injuries helped him. Zanolio, original dream seller. Barella in possession here. And this is the thing. I think Italy are one of the most feared teams in this tournament for me, man. Like, these, man, you've got to absolutely, like, you've got to be on job, man. You give them one chance, they'll draw parry. But to be fair, like, the Albanians shouldn't drop their head. One goal and it's flipped on its head. Jorginho. So you know what? I would actually like to see the Italians against the French. Yeah, Neymar is clear of Bale. I'm not trying to throw wild shouts about my favorite player of all time. Bale and Neymar were terminating La Liga in Europe for 5 years. Who has more on their CV? I don't know, man. Well, like, again, just throw them both for football. Because if we're going to do that, like, well, Mustafi's won a World Cup. There's bare players who ain't. Jorginho. But this is why football's healthy debate. And listen, Bell's sick. Bell is sick. I rate Bell. But like, I'm hearing some wild Neymar claims. Some wild claims about Toni Kroos. Winning ways, I respect you, but I'm sure you said Kevin De Bruyne is better than Modric. So your opinion is capped at this moment. Nah, I wouldn't take Neymar at Arsenal. He's going to come with a bunch of foolishness. He's going to come with a bunch of foolishness. The illusion is better. Di Lorenzo. It's on this right-hand side with Chiesa, who's been linked with a move away from Juventus. I wouldn't quite say the Euros is an audition, but it could be for him. Seems like the only thing Italy have done poorly is, well, it's not even the whole of the Italian team. You know, their left back just went to sleep, did a mad throw. Neymar is clear, but Kroos is clear, but allowed the Neymar talk and hype tax. He never carried no one. So he's never carried a poor Brazil side. He never, in a Messi, where Messi was doing his thing, take nothing away from it. When Barcelona played PSG and came back from behind, Neymar weren't involved. Stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense immediately. Stop the nonsense. Like he didn't finish third but not that I even care about Ballon d'Or. Like he didn't finish third on the Ballon d'Or list at 23 years of age playing in Brazil. Stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense immediately. I understand Neymar rubs up people the wrong way. The man's a legend. I do feel that Neymar had unfulfilled potential due to injuries and just how he is, man, really. But stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense. Nah, not you. Winning ways. Look, Kevin De Bruyne is better than Modric. Say silly comments. Big up Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne will tell you himself he cannot talk to Luka Modric. Please allow it. Allow it. Kevin De Bruyne is getting hooked in Champions League finals, getting hooked in FA Cup finals, getting hooked in crunch moments. Allow it. He's not talking to Modric. Kevin De Bruyne is a legend as well. But if we're doing legends against legends, there's levels. Please, you can't talk to Luka Modric. Modric is playing real football, not that spam crossing bullshit. I can play the same pass a million times and force it. Dead. Respect the guys. I clocked. You lot do this new football thing. I watch football. F-U-T-B-O-L. Slyly. I had to spell that slowly. Dyslexic. Thought I was going to make it error. Allow it, man. Kevin De Bruyne can't talk to Luka Modric. Allow it, man. Throw them both on football. Chiesa down this right-hand side. Or, hey, do you know what? Hey, that Albanian right back, you're going to go places. He got sent shopping. He tried to pull Chiesa down. You know what? I'm suffering from a recency bias, and this opening 30 minutes, but Chiesa, Arsenal, let's get it done, man. Wenger tried to buy you when you was at Fiorentina. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. I'm getting excited. I know. Talk to me tomorrow about it for an informed opinion. I'm getting excited. David Silva or Modric? See, now that's a better question. You know what? For me, I'd rather if I wanted to watch both of them kick ball, I'm very biased to David Silva. He was tiny like me in it. Like I would say David Silva, but I'd have to go Luka Modric in terms of consistency. But that's a better debate. Like man, bro. Like fam. Massive VAR check for that spelling. F-U-T-B-O-L, bro. Football. Throw them a football. Neymar is easier to defend. Bale would dominate you physically. Bro, Bale's lit. But if he played, Neymar's got more gears to his game. What if there's someone that can match him physically? I'm not belittling Bale, but Bale can't talk to Neymar, man. Bale can't talk to Neymar. You're talking to me. Very biased towards Brazilian. Yeah, big up Bale for carrying Wales, blood. Ramsey was there. Let's not act like he was dead. I've seen Brendan Johnson do stuff for Wales. If we're doing up agendas, Bale's lit. Bale is lit. Because it's probably hard to prize these Italian players from their clubs, man. Where you look at Barella, Chiesa, these men don't really want to leave where they're at. Once they end up at Inter and Juventus and these kind of clubs, they very rarely bust out. Saying that, what Italian players have actually played for Madrid off the top of my head? Cannavaro comes to mind. Cannavaro. What Italian players have actually played for Madrid? Pardon me, I'd have to think, putting myself on the spot. Speaking of Italy, they're on the ball at this moment. People subscribe, smash the like button, join the debate. I welcome all opinions, even if crazy ones like Kevin De Bruyne over Modric. Fam, come on, that's criminal, man. Listen, football is subjective. He's not wrong if that's his thoughts, but come on, winning ways, man. That just screams the agenda, which I guess Modric has them Spurs roots. And I don't ask me why, but I once went, it's about to be 3-1. And hey, is it the post? I once went to it. I don't even know that there's too much. Oh, Chiesa not making guys for no reason. Wenger. That's my head is gone. Man, I thought Wenger was the manager. Arteta. Let's get it done. Chiesa. Bring him. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't know why, but many years ago, I went to a Spurs friendly with my friends. And I remember looking at Luke. This is when Luka Modric just joined. The guy's tiny. His calf muscles like that, bro. Bigger than my head. The guys, I don't know what you've been eating, what they did over in Croatia to you, but you're lit. You make no sense. Skamaka with a throat tat. Bro, man, them getting throat tats and thigh tats. Boy, looking like strippers. It's crazy out here. Chiesa, disgusting. The Juventus, you lot can't be smoking and want to get rid of this guy. Shout Skamaka for sponsoring the drillings as well. Fratesi hit the post. Well, to be fair, I'm doing the keeper disjustice. He's tried to chip the keeper. The keeper's got a hand on it. Ironically, I'm sure the the Albanian keeper plays in Italy as well. Chiesa's down. Yeah, you know what? Bring Chiesa, man. I'm getting excited. Cassano as well. That's another shout. I've already said Cannavaro. Cassano. Another one who didn't fulfill what he could have. Nah, Bell didn't win the beef, bro. Neymar's Brazilian. But I hear that. Heard Chesney might be coming back to Arsenal for what? Because you can't even be trusted to be a decent role model. Like all of a sudden, Saka, who Probably all he does is go to church on Sunday. He's going to start smoking. Like, there's nothing Chesney can do for us. Unless you want to be a scout in Poland, because there was a time we was getting some decent Polish talents. What can you do? There's nothing you can do. Chiesa, man, come on, man. You've been playing very well today. Keep running. Run that off. Run that off. Run that off. Someone tell me what Modric done in the play. He's playing for Spurs, bro. He's playing for Spurs, bro. And he can be Modric can be as rubbed. If you want to go like that, he can be as crap in the Premier League as you want. He was still lit. He still did what he did at Madrid. Like, he still did what he did. I don't even care for Ballon d'Or, but he still won it. Like, that's dead. Like, else happened in life. Modric is still lit. Like, he didn't carry Croatia to a World Cup final. A tiny ass nation of 4 million people. Golden generation Kevin De Bruyne, where you looking? Right, is that Lukaku? Right, is that Thorgan Hazard? Right, is that Eden Hazard? Right, is that Axel Witsel? Right. I'm being shameless. I'm acting like Croatia didn't have other ballers as well, but you get the point. Come on, man. Like, man, come on. Modric better than Pirlo. It's not a criminal shout. Like, different if we're just saying midfielders, bro, for me, Kevin De Bruyne is not, he's not even talking to Xabi Alonso, another underrated one. He's not talking to him. He's not talking to him. We can't talk to him. And Xabi Alonso is another one who, for me, only really got his respect when he left this league. Even his fellow countryman, Rafa Benitez, did him dirty when he tried to get Gareth Barry for him. That's smoking. Arsenal almost got 1 million players, but we almost got Xabi Alonso. If there's 2 players beyond the obvious that I would have loved to have seen under Arsene Wenger or at Arsenal, it would have been him and Michael Carrick. But no, Kevin De Bruyne is top 10. You're overdoing it. You're overdoing it. Kevin De Bruyne is heavy in this. He's a sick baller. Just over Modric. Have some manners, man. Have manners. Have manners. Big Luka Modric, mate. Yeah, Gareth Barry and Gareth Barry was a good player. I'm not even trying to rub him out, but you're smoking some. Rafa Benitez knows more about football than me, but you're smoking something if you're doing that. And didn't Rafa Benitez go from like Real Madrid to Newcastle when Newcastle were robbed or something like that in like 6 months? Yeah, I hear that, but Kevin De Bruyne has been playing in a deeper role for years now. So if we just say central midfield, right, and not try and complicate it, I like Kevin De Bruyne is top 10, but where's that? Where does Kevin De Bruyne rank in Prem midfielders all time? To be honest, he does have a case. He's done a lot. He does have a case. If somebody says Kevin De Bruyne is the greatest central midfielder or midfield, let's just say midfielder in Premier League history, I wouldn't be against that. I couldn't say not. For me though, you ain't better than Cesc Fabregas. I don't care. Like, you're not better than Cesc Fabregas. Give them both for football. I'm one of them players. You're not better than Cesc Fabregas. You're not talking to Paul Scholes. Wakanda settings, you're not talking to Yaya Toure. Of course, more longevity over them. Who else is there? He's up there. Bro, you're going too far. Xavi Alonso was getting popped by Barca in midfield by Xavi and Iniesta. Okay, so 98% of the footballing world got popped by them two. What does that mean? Kevin De Bruyne is getting hooked in Champions League finals. He's getting hooked against this Manchester United side a few weeks ago. Allow it, bro. Cool, you've scored a couple great goals against Ramsdale and that. Great stuff. You bullied the league with financial doping. Great. So that's dead. That's dead. Cool. You got Xabi Alonso got popped. Great footballer plays against other great footballers. It gets turned. Amazing. Thierry Henry is, Materazzi and all of them great Italian defenders. Does that make them any worse? Because they got turned. This is football, bro. What are we talking about? Not even a disrespectful thing, winning ways, but how old are you? Because you're moving mad. And again, man, don't talk like Xabi Alonso's a scrub, Don't talk like Xabi Alonso's a scrub. He's definitely not. Heavyweight in this. Italy could be about to get the third. Ooh, hey, you know what? Albania, your keeper. You have to respect him. He's keeping you in this. Great player. I can't lie. The midfield and the attack in particular for Italy, since that first goal went in, they're on something. 28. Yeah, you must have been smoking cannabis at like 13, bro. You're moving mad. Like, Wilshere, Kevin De Bruyne, I'll be serious, man. Wilshere can't talk to them, man. Wilshere can't talk to them. Ozil is better than Kevin De Bruyne ability-wise. Ability-wise, yeah, but it's what you do with your ability. It's like there's bare man that got more ability than Saka, but what they doing with it? There's hella guys that got more ability than Salah. What they doing with it? You know, Balotelli had, like, in terms of raw potential, he could have went down as a legendary striker. What are you doing with it? It don't mean nothing. Bro, Bojan had the ability to be whatever. Paddle, what are you doing with it? Paul Pogba, and Pogba's a bit different because he's won stuff, but what are you doing with it? He's dead, bro. Nah, bro. Winning ways is my guy, but he's losing right now, man. And I'm smoking cannabis too early, bro. In fact, it can't. No, we don't. I don't know anything. Disclaimer: I don't know what we does, but it's got to be the guys are sniffing. So it might even be the Browns still. Nah, I'm joking. Winning ways is my guy, but this is why I love you lot. Nobody's right and nobody's wrong. Keep your thoughts coming, people. It was a blistering 16 minutes that saw 3 goals go in. We've got 5 minutes until the end of the first half. Says Fabregas, Wilshere, Scholes, Gerrard, Vieira, all better than Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, Vieira's my guy. Wilshere's my guy, but you're not better than him. Gerrard. I think Kevin De Bruyne is better than you, but like, I'd rather Gerrard. I just don't like the way I like the way Kevin De Bruyne plays, and I think Kevin's a legend, and I love Kevin, but when we're putting legends against the legends, I don't rate Kevin De Bruyne's thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like. I big up Trent. Like Kevin and Trent, 2 of the most modern day creative players they are. But for me, come on, man, that ain't creative. Like that's not poetry. That's not artistry. It is art in a sense of repetition and practice. Like these lot have practiced how to hit a ball in the same way 100 times. But it's spamming. It's spamming. It's not the breathtaking stuff. It's not. Kevin De Bruyne finessed by McTominay, bro. He got done by Kobe Mainoo. Like, man, there's legends. There's legends, and then there's legends. Have manners. And you want me to believe? Winning Ways wants me to believe that guy is better than Luka Modric. But hey, I don't know. Trent should be playing for Madrid by now. Trent's got the ability to play there, especially if you're going to be on top of games and doing all of that. And you don't have to defend too much, boy. But come on, man. Kevin's lit, though, man. Kevin's lit. Would Chiesa do well in the Prem? Yeah. The only thing with Chiesa is, can the man stay fit? The way Pep treated Yaya at Barcelona and Man City was wrong. I swear he scored 18 goals at City, dropped him when he got his foot out the door. To be fair, you know, everything Pep's done at Barca, I know he rubbed out Ronaldinho, Eto'o, Deco, all of that, and he done what he done at City, but it's worked, innit? At the end of the day, he's a legend for both clubs. He might have done them dirty, and I might agree with you, but at the end of the day, it worked. It is what it is. Can't believe Modric has been slandered in this chat. Skills-wise, Neymar is better, but if my team is dead and I need someone to carry, I'm picking Bell. I hear that, but like, look what Neymar's done for Brazil and taking them to a point where you need teammates. Look what he did for Barcelona. Look when he took Paris Saint-Germain, a key role with, you know, apart from certain Frenchmen were trying to get him out the team. Please respect Neymar. I know you might not like him. Please, man. Please. Bro, that's not playmaking, man. It's lit, it's play, like it's lit, it's technical, but that's not play. Come on, that's not what football's about, man. Come on, man. The game's gone. It's all NBA and stats and all these things. I like Kevin. Kevin's a legend. He is a legend. But artist, when you compare to some names, Bergkamp or Modric, that's 2 very different players. I mean, if you're just talking creativity, my guy. Do you think Garnacho is good enough to play for Madrid in the next few years? I rate Garnacho, but unless you improve significantly, you can forget about that. You're moving mad. You're moving mad. Playmaking, Ozil, Iniesta, says purely playmaking. Mesut Ozil, purely playmaking. purely playmaking. Oh, Iniesta is one of my favorites though. But I'm concentrating on play. That's all Mesut Ozil was, isn't it? Playmaking. Like my man could see some pass that not only God could see. God allow me blasphemy. I'm trying to go heaven. Purely playmaking. But then Cesc was disgusting with it as well. Then Iniesta was disgusting with it as well. It's a shame with Ozil, man, because I think with Mesut Ozil, if he just took a leaf out of David Silva's book and just adapted, because them lot was around where there was kind of this shift where 10s were being eliminated. David Silva adapted, he didn't. There was occasions where Ozil played very well in patches, but on a consistent basis. Yeah, man. It's more a support striker. We're playing 2 up front, man. It's 4-4-2 days. And Modric a 10. Fair enough, man. Big up, DG. Just joined the stream. Any Arsenal scouting today between these two squads? Albania, big you up. Don't think I've seen anything there unless your keeper wants to be back up to David Raya. I mean, we can lie to ourselves and one day hope we can have Barella and these kind of guys. You know what? Chiesa, you know what? If you can stay fit, why not? DeMarco, we hear Arteta wants a left back. I mean, let's just forget the first 30 seconds of this game. There's 3 minutes added on, folks. It's 2-1 to Italy. It is what it is, man. If Pep ain't with it, it's worked, isn't it? Ozil and Sanchez in this team, we'd have challenged for a treble. I don't know. I'd be a lot stronger in our pursuit. 3-1? No, the camera angle did me dirty. The header's way off target. The Italians are purring, man. Absolutely purring. Pellegrini's going to score today, isn't it? Well, it's a poor attempt. It's actually hit his shoulder. Bale's lit. DG, my favorite player is Ronaldinho, but Neymar is hype G talented, but didn't really do it consistently. Brother, Neymar never did it consistently. Neymar never done it consistently. Just because Neymar isn't our cup of tea, don't mean we have to lie. Eden, you're better than this. You're better than this. You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie. You look, all right, you know what? Cool. Video is coming out. I remember I told you a second channel is coming out where it's away from, we'll still talk about Arsenal, but more just football stuff. Cool. Neymar. Thank you. We're writing that down on my notes. Neymar video. You know what? I'm beginning my homework now. I can't believe Neymar is... You don't get gal in it. Because they only brothers that hate on Neymar, they don't get. I have to resort to that. You probably do. I have to. There's nothing else. Neymar's my guy, bro. 100 goals at 3 different clubs. Highest scoring Brazilian in Champions League history. Top goal scorer of all time for Brazil's national team. Wikipedia, help me out. Marcelini. Forgetting he was the joint top goal scorer in the Champions League when they won, when MSN did what they're doing. Neymar never done it. Puskas awarding that as well. He never did it. Obviously, the PSG thing was media. I can't condone anything he did at PSG. But apart from getting to a final, but come on, man. 10 trophies, 5 Liga titles. Anyone else, I would have said, oh yeah, PSG would always win it in France. 4th highest goal scorer at PSG. Come on, man. Neymar, you know. You know what? Where's Messi's comments on Neymar? Messi on Neymar. Because who better to talk on Neymar than the GOAT? Come on, man. You got to have one of them quotes. You got to have one of them. Come on. Neymar was better than me. I'm lying. I don't see that. I probably don't see that. But yeah, man. I mean, everyone's a side man to Messi, innit? But like, Neymar's a big dog. I would take Neymar and Benzema right now, Arsenal. Neymar is in my top 5 Brazilians of all time. R9, Ronaldinho, Cafu, Kaká. I'm probably missing out, guys, now, man. Vinicius, you know what? I think Vinicius is going to sneak in there soon, you know. He probably is. Who else? Roberto Carlos, respect the guy. Probably missing out some. Olympic champion as well. How many athletes can say they've won an Olympic gold medal? Shameless. Nah, listen, he was, But after Romario and them man are there as well. Ben, after certain man did what they did, we don't condone that behavior, man. You shouldn't be in this world, really and truly. You can't be Michael. We don't condone that. Neymar has nothing on Vinny. Vinny will go have a better legacy than him, but come on. Neymar, I big up Dark Side Rum Punch. Make sure you place in your orders, folks. Where's this Neymar slander come from? I don't know, man. Like, it's bare man that can't do step overs and flip flaps and think, guys. Unwavy dons, man. Unwavy dons. Everyone's revealing themselves. Everybody's revealing. Another one. We don't condone Robinho either. He's done the mad thing as well. We're not with that at all. In the bin. So yeah, people. Again, half time has happened. It's 2-1 to Italy. To be fair, the Euros has not disappointed so far, man. How many games has there technically been now? We've watched all of them up until this point. What's that? Italy playing right now. The Germans, the Spaniards. The Swiss. It's got to be nice. 4 games. 4 games because 3 today, 1 yesterday. Yeah. We watched all 4. There's been goals. There's been that's a horrible throw as well from DiMarzio. DiMarzio's an ITK. Why did you do that? Why did you throw it? That obviously just shows that professional footballers are human, and it's easy for me to sit here and criticize. But what the hell did you see there? Surely, again, these lot know more than me, and I'm just an ignorant football fan. But surely you're better off throwing it up the line. Why would you? Boy, do you know what? 9 times out of 10, you probably get away with that throw. The one time where you don't want it to be the case, madness. Yeah, Suarez was a sick baller as well. I'm having Suarez before Bell, you know. He didn't win. He won what? He won the Olympics. He's by himself, bro. Who did Neymar have? And when Brazil rubbed out, you know, when they rubbed out against the Croatians, Neymar did the most. When they got battered against the Germans, Neymar was injured. It sounds like a personal vendetta against Neymar, but I always say I don't tell you what to think, just think. I think it's sad though. And he shouldn't have went PSG, really. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. That's Neymar. That's what I mean when I say foolishness. Like, you're on the foolishness thing. Side to Suarez, they all complement each other very well. They all played their part. That just seems like a personal agenda, man. Okay. Neymar's meant to do it all alone, where he's got Joe and Fred and all of these guys. I hear it. Bale is basically if Usain Bolt was a bullet. Nah, to be fair, Bale, I think you're downplaying Bale's technical level. I know Bale is unorthodox in a sense, but yeah, man. Eden, I'm upset, man. Very upset. Ironically, if you had to make me watch Prime CR7 or Prime Neymar play football, I'm picking Neymar. Cristiano, but what is Ronaldo's prime though? Like, I was thinking about this yesterday. What would be Cristiano Ronaldo's prime? Because for me, I'd probably say, you know, that probably for me, 06 onwards, 06 up until his early days at Madrid. Like when he had that little, do you remember when he got Rooney sent off? That little period, that season and the season after that and onwards. But then you could argue when he became this complete striker kind of thing, and he was just a robot with scoring goals, you could argue that was Ronaldo's peak. So what would be Ronaldo's peak? I don't know. If you're talking about where Ronaldo actually was effective with the skills and whatnot, then I'd have to Brazil bias. I'd have to say Neymar, but it's tight, man. Vinicius is cold, but I think his legacy will go down bigger than Neymar's and maybe even Ronaldinho's. Well, not for the streets, but Vinicius has not played to the level of a prime Neymar or a prime Ronaldinho or anything close to it. Let's be honest. Like Vinicius has made the difference and he's cooked. But come on, man. Suarez was a side to Messi, and there's nothing wrong with that. Good players adapt. Benzema was a sideman for time until Ronaldo cut. Even Benzema had tough years. You've got to adapt. Thierry Henry, Arsenal's legend, was a sideman to Messi. Good players adapt. It's camaraderie. It's only people like you that put them against each other and want people to fight. Eden, I'm upset, man. Robin or Salah. If I say how I truly feel about Iron Robin, you lot would try and send wanted posters out for me. But Robin, seeing Robin live is lit as well. Cristiano was different, man. Like I've seen Ashley Cole pocket Cristiano Ronaldo, but I've seen him cook Ashley Cole as well. Like disrespectful cookings as well. And like you said there, like Ronaldo was doing it where people try to break your legs, man. I said it yesterday, but yeah, man. People very disrespectful to Cristiano Ronaldo. If Neymar doesn't get injured in that 2014 World Cup, he would have a World Cup to his name. I just don't think some things just meant to elude you in life, innit? In the same way, probably R9 was never destined to win the champs like that. You weren't destined to do your thing. Robin wasn't ever elite. Not in the Prem. Not in Madrid. He really... Bayern's probably his happiest period, really. That was the time where... Do you remember there was a period where Madrid were just buying bare Dutch players and none of them were really banging? Van der Vaart didn't really bang like that. Robin didn't really bang like that. Huntelaar didn't bang like that. There's defo a next one that I'm missing. Boy, I know my goat, Mesut Ozil. Messi couldn't chat to him in the 2014 World Cup. Hey, talk this Kevin De Bruyne of foolishness. Agenda's got an agenda, man. And ultimately, it comes down to personal preference. Because some of you lot doing this, he didn't do nothing for his club, and we did. You lot would sound like hypocrites if it was others. Now, Bell was more than a pace merchant, but he had pace. And to be fair, if you've got it, use it, innit? You'd be an idiot not to. You'd be absolutely stupid not to. DG, did you see what Ronaldinho said about the current Brazil squad? And if so, do you think he was right to say that? I don't know why he said that. I mean, Brazil's been shit for years, isn't it? Like 2026, we are winning the World Cup. It seems like the Brazilians are coming back now. Vinicius, Rodrigo, Endrick, we're coming back, but he's not wrong. I know he weren't talking about Martinelli because he said Martinelli reminds him of Brazilian Ronaldo, and it's fair to say Ronaldinho's the GOAT, but he's still drunk in it, really. Pardon me, he's acting. Right, Douglas Luiz's girlfriend is joining Juventus as well. Football's gone mad. Since when? Like double deals, boyfriend and girlfriend going to transfers and that. Fair enough. Football's mad. R.I.P. Kevin Campbell. Yeah, literally on a couple of occasions. One of my biggest regrets now, obviously R.I.P. Kevin, is that I never got him on my channel, man. But I'm sure if you go back on Arsenal AFTV, we defo on the supporters club together. Definitely. And yeah. R.I.P. Kevin. Shit news, man. And R.I.P. the Millwall keeper as well. Robin is a left foot merchant, but no defender could be. Exactly everyone knows what you're going to do, but no one can stop me. Different class. What happens if they break up with that double deal to Juventus? Then some Italian brothers got to catch her at the club, innit? Like, you know what happens when Gallo on the rebound? It's tragic. It's changed, man. Bro, Neymar never delivered. Eden, all right, you're right, man. Hey, Neymar never delivered in crucial games. Like, you can say Bale's better, but Neymar never delivered like that. Neymar. I think you need to do research, man. Neymar never delivered. Come on. Neymar never delivered. Just go and watch every game when they beat Juventus, up until when they beat Juventus in the Champions League. Go and watch the comeback against P. Go watch that, please. Neymar. Thanks, though. You're giving me video content. Neymar never. Saying Bale was a pace merchant is like saying Mbappe is a pace merchant. The thing is, they can be pace merchants. They can't stop it. And I must admit, some footballing opinions are crazy. Mbappe, I've seen some crazy rhetoric around killing Mbappe, generally around Jude Bellingham as well. Fair enough. Like, football is crazy, man. People's eyes ain't working, or people don't know what they're looking at. This is why I thank the Lord that Arsene Wenger was the Arsenal manager. I forget Arsenal for a sec. Wouldn't be able to see the game hardly. But hey, one of my favorite players at Arsenal is Santi, but I have to whisper that. Why are you whispering that? Santi was lit. Michael Owen, Suarez, or Salah? Michael Owen before the knee injury is different. I'll just pick my favorite player out of all of them. Suarez, respectfully, Suarez had all the ability in the world, but I must admit, pardon my French, I like bastards. Shoot me. I like it. I like any man that want anything to win. Eddie Guerrero, Suarez is on that. Like, this is unfortunate, obviously. Evra, deal with him when you catch him, but yeah, Suarez is lit. Absolutely lit. What a player Suarez was. Smash the like button if you haven't, folks. Is it me? Mbappe ain't that clinical. I think he's very wasteful with chances sometimes. He's human. Come on, man. Mbappe ain't clinical. Come on, man. We're overdoing it sometimes, man. We're overdoing it. Like, please. Wait, Rafinha has said on... Because somebody mentioned that Ronaldinho thing. This is what Rafinha said. Ronaldinho said he will not watch the Brazil national team. A few days ago, he was asking Vinicius for Brazil match tickets. Hey, Rafinha, play your position, you know. Don't do that, because you said Ronaldinho was your guy. You're doing way too much. Even if that's true, respect the GOAT. You're doing too much. Can't believe that. Hey, Rafinha, you're talking a bit too much, innit? Mbappe saying Euros is difficult than the World Cup. Unfortunately for him and happy for us, he lost the World Cup against a South American team. I'd like to see the European teams play the South American qualifiers. Yeah, the game's gone. A Brazilian twerking for the Argentine national team. Rafinha, you're see, stuff like that is why Brazil, we're not coming back. Santi is a valid choice. My personal favorite Arsenal player is Aaron Ramsey. Them cup final memories is stuff I won't ever forget. Listen, big up Aaron Ramsey, yeah. Big up Aaron Ramsey. But come on. Apart from Aaron Ramsey's mum or his family that are also Welsh and support Arsenal, he's your personal favorite Arsenal player, Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey. Take nothing away from Aaron Ramsey because I don't let it sound like I'm boying him, but all the guys that have bled, you know, that have bled for this club, that have sweated for this club, that have cried for this club, Aaron Ramsey, that's the hill we're dying on. The game's gone mad, man. The game's gone. The game's gone. The game's gone. The game is gone. I don't want to make YouTube vids no more, man. Big up Aaron Ramsey because... yeah, he did his thing in the FA Cup finals for us, but bro, maybe do you know? I'm gonna give Esther the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I heard wrong. Maybe we're talking about certain time periods. Aaron Ramsey could never be your favorite ever Arsenal player. He can't be, unless if you was born in 07, you didn't really see Henry and that. You saw the 2014 stuff. Then cool. The second half is about to kick off, people. Italy will kick off the second half, obviously. That can't be the case, man. Ramsey can't be a favourite. Come on, man. Come on, ref, what's going on? It's late, man. I've done 3 live streams, man. I'm tired. Well, actually, this is probably the most enjoyable just because of the chat, really. Time's flying. Ref, come on. Charge your Apple Watch, man. The fuck? And we're off, people. Big up, one love for the super chat, Eden. And nobody's right, no one's wrong. I would say life would be boring. This channel is a democracy until it's about Bukayo Saka in Brazil. Then it becomes a dictatorship. Xavi or Cruz. Xavi Spanish bias. I'm 18, bro. I weren't there to see the man you were seeing. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? All right, cool. Pardon me. Wait, you're 18. Wait, you're 18. Wait, you're 18 now. My maths is poor, but if you're 18 in 2024, and we go back to 2014, 2015, there's therefore another FA Cup that Ramsey did something in. smelling a bit fraudulent, you know. I'm not sure about you might have to be placed on the watch list. 05. Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, man. Bought it 05. Bloody hell. I'm 1995. I'm one of them guys now. At least the hairline's still. You look, get the subscribers up. Nah, I hear it though. Now, if he's not on the ages thing, if he's 18, then I hear it. Like, you can only talk on what he saw. But to be fair, I hear it because Ramsey's a cult hero. But like, even if you're 18, surely Alexis and Ozil and maybe even the correlations might not be there, but even to a degree, Santi Cazorla. We've got 46 minutes on the clock, people. Italy turned this game around in the first half, and they're leading 2-1. Can they get the third? It's still only 1. It's still only 2-1. Albania not out of this. Favorite Arsenal players for me, in no order. Thierry Henry's a given. I missed the Ian Wright thing. He was towards the end of as I was coming up. He's towards the end, so I can't really talk on Ian Wright. But Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Dennis Bergkamp, Ashley Cole. I know. Ashley Cole. Have I said Patrick Vieira? Robert Perez. You know what? Funny enough, I was very fond of Ray Parlour and Lomberg as well. Of the modern quote-unquote game. So let's say Emirates era. Let's flip that and say Emirates era. Ooh, oh, wow. Great defending by the Italian lad. He blocked his teammate's own shot. Of the Emirates era, I think Mesut Ozil is the best player to have ever kicked the ball in the Emirates era. I know all the other baggage and application of his talent is another thing, but just brilliance. Preach that. Ozil, Alexis was so complete from his hunger to his goals. Alexis never got enough credit for his weight of pass and his final ball. So I'd say in no order: Ozil, Santi, Alexis Sanchez. I mean, you have to hail up Aubameyang. I personally think Saka's there now for me already. I think Declan Rice, Odegaard, Saliba, they're getting there as well. I'm probably missing out someone. Nasri would have been. It broke my heart when you left, Nasri, because you was wavy. And I was at the Emirates Cup where you told a young fan you was going to stay, you liar. Oh, Italy could have got a third there. Barella in possession. Oh, how can I forget Fabregas? But Fabregas is cheating a bit, though, because he was there before the Emirates era. But yeah, he came into his own. Fabregas is there. I wasn't mad when he left, even the way he left. Van Persie. There's defo players I'm forgetting. Aaron Ramsey's there. I mean, Jack Wilshere's our lad, so Wilshere. I'm defo missing 1-2 other guys. You know what? I wouldn't say to them lot's bracket, but Monreal. I think I would love to have Monreal in the squad right now. I think he was a calm dude. All right, Arshavin, because that was our first big money signing at one point. Still remember his goal against Blackburn. Dirty finish. Giroud, big him up. But the thing is, Arsenal failed to do what Chelsea did, and to a degree, AC Milan and France did in that. We tried to make Giroud the top guy. Giroud is a player that he can make the difference. He can score decisive goals. He's done that, but he's someone that makes the more difference makers and technically better players better. You know, he's a target man. He's big and that. He's not far pause. He's not big in that, but technical level's great. It's Giroud's. People like Giroud and what Giroud's gone on to do, that sums up for me Arsene Wenger's legacy. The problem is we tried to make Giroud the main guy. He tried to make him a direct replacement for Robin Van Persie. And that's when, as much as I love Arsene Wenger, that's where the lying thing used to pee me off. I remember him saying, oh yeah, man, Giroud and Robin Van Persie, they're going to work together. And then when Van Persie left, he said, you know what, I bought him in hindsight. Big up Rosicki. Sagner, Mr. Reliable. Nasri was just, and I've said this before on my live streams, I think where Nasri's concerned, I think he was a good player. He's had a good career. But I think if he truly wanted it, he could have went down as a lot of a bigger guy, legend than he is at the moment. I'm not saying he would have been the best ever and things, but I don't think Nasri really milked his potential for what it was worth. Man, fuck Gallas, man. Free kick to Albania. I was at a job interview last week and said one of your quotes, variety is the spice of life. I can't claim credit for that, but big you up for saying that, man. Hope you got the role, man. Big up Rosicki. I wouldn't say favorite. He's big up Rosicki, but favorite? Not a favorite for me. I'd put Heleb before him. Adebayo was wavy for a set. RIP Reyes. Oxlade-Chamberlain. I wouldn't say favorite. Big him up. But a bit like Theo Walcott, maybe it's the Love Island tax. Oxlade-Chamberlain couldn't decide what you was for a large period of your life here. Alexis was something different, man. Like a truly quality player. And sometimes you go to the Emirates, and in particular, Santi, Ozil, and Alexis, it felt like them three were playing with like it's 11 players, but it felt like them lot are in their own team. A shot has cannoned off the wall. I think the Italian lad's been hitting his face. I hope he's not concussed or anything serious there. Sagna, Mr. Reliable, absolute twat foul. He left on a free. Acting. I'm aware there were better players in our team than Aaron Ramsey, but at moments. But the moments were what made me love Rambo over everything. He's a cult hero. I can't go against that. Mustafi has to be the worst baller I've seen in an Arsenal kit. At one point, I thought he was doing match betting in another country. I mean, he was crap, but I have to give it to Gallas, man. I don't like Gallas. I just don't like you. Mustafi's definitely one of the worst defenders that signed for our football club, just based on the clout and the reputation, and that somehow we was unbeaten for a decent period of time with Mustafi. We used to gas that. And he revealed himself. And do you know what? The one thing that annoyed, and I've said it before, we're in a cup final, a League Cup final against Manchester City. Sergio Aguero is racing down on our goal. You've got your hand up on the halfway line, appealing for offside, a non-existent flag. Great stuff. Great stuff. What a guy. Do you still fancy Italy? Yeah, for today. No Carl Jake. I mean, I must admit, I think some Arsenal fans are weird. I think there's this weird love for people like Jenkinson, and I do think there's a small section of our Arsenal fans who cry about high standards, but then there's like Jenkinson was shit, bro. But cool, he had Arsenal posters on his wall. And I would love to have traded places with Carl Jenkinson. Pick him up, he's an Arsenal man, but like he was dead. Carl Jenkinson, like, bro, Jenkinson's one of the worst footballers to play for Arsenal Football Club in the Emirates era. I'm not even trying to slander him. Just pound for pound, he was dead. Mad dead. Crazy dead. Cedric is better than him by a lot. Dead. Dead. Over dead. Cedric is better than him. You know what? Cedric would, if I had to name worst defense, Cedric, you'd catching a straight, but you're playing left back because I can't remember anyone else right now. Pablo Mari's defo centre half. Jenkinson's right back. Heleb baller. Original low socks done. Gabriel's becoming one of those cult heroes. Gabriel's finally getting his clout. Shamak was a dream seller. Oh, Jenkinson was right, but that's the thing. Some Arsenal fans, they'll fall in love with you as a footballer for everything other than what you're doing with a football. But he's a nice guy. He supported Arsenal, and I hear it. The ACL finished Bellerin, man. It finished Bellerin. At one point, Bellerin was 30, but finished him. He was never great defensively, but you could get away with it. It's sad what happened to Bellerin. Where is he now? Bellerin, where are you? Are you still at Betis? Still only 29. Bro, Bellerin's the same age as me. Time flies. Was it against Man United or Liverpool? I think it was Liverpool. There was one time we absolutely battered Liverpool at the Emirates. And I'm sure Hector Bellerin scored a banger for no reason. Absolute sizzler of a goal for no reason. Shout out to him. Torreira went outside, man. Torreira went outside. There was a stage he looked like we found a midfield general. He's bald. He plays when no one's fit. Pascal Silva again. To be fair, David Luiz ultimately had his issues, but he wasn't as bad as people made out. And to be fair, I had my expectations for him on the floor, and he was a lot better than what I thought he would be. And he was very good. Like, I can tell you that he was very good for the young players at the time. Him and Lacazette were actually very good with the Highlanders at the time, and the young ones that were exposed to the first team. We're approaching the hour mark. I can't really say Italy are in cruise control and anything can change, but they look like they're in that, really. To be fair, though, apart from the 2 goals, Albania's given a good account of themselves. This group of death could be wide open. And if somehow Albania were to snatch an equalizer or somehow 3 points, this group would be very, very interesting. Guendouzi went outside. I liked Guendouzi as well, man. When I look back, Theo Walcott was a good player. Theo Walcott's problem is 1 minute he wanted to be a striker, then he wanted to be a winger, then he wanted to be a striker, then he wanted to be a winger. He then picked up some injuries, and what didn't help Theo Walcott is Sven-Göran Eriksson. Like, you called him up at 16 years of age, you thought you hit the belly, you thought he was Bukayo Saka or Kobe Mano. Like, it didn't bang, and then he didn't play as well. It just didn't work. Yeah, Socrates just couldn't pass a football, man. I think he was terrible, but he weren't that bad. Pepe, do you know what? Pepe just weren't Arteta's cup of tea, man. But you just never know what Arteta is thinking, because when you look at, there was a point where it looked like with Pepe that were over the hill, like Arteta's going to use you. It did look like that at a time with Torreira. It did look like that at a time with Mesut Ozil. It did look like, well, it's different, but Aaron Ramsdale, and then Arteta just flipped it. Now again, he's paid to make difficult decisions, but you just never know what he's planning. Guendouzi just peed off Arteta, man. It's like it's gone beyond the footballing thing. He's trying to do the non-negotiables thing, and you're taking the piss, isn't it? So I would have loved for Guendouzi to stay. I don't think he was as good as I made out in hindsight, but it's nothing to do with footballing ability. Well, maybe it was, but I don't think it has. I just think you peed off the manager. And once you start to get into them kind of territories there, you're in trouble. Now, essentially, really and truly, you don't have a leg to stand on. Once you start getting into that territory, you do not have a leg to stand on. Once it moves beyond football. Wow, what's Ray Parlour getting in trouble for? I think they're trying to cancel Ray Parlour on Twitter. I don't know what for. I'm not even going to bother myself with that. Do you think there's any truth in the Lunin links? You never know, but no. Because on paper, Aaron Ramsdale is probably going to leave. He's gone. But assuming he stays, are you going to play ahead of him? You know your second fiddle to Raya. Courtois is one thing, but you know your second fiddle to... Ooh. Albania getting caught overplaying. I don't think there is. Chiesa's gone for the shot. It's whistled just wide and he's peed off. Yeah, I never called Guendouzi a young Pirlo. I just fell in love with the passion he had. But looking back, he was too basic, man. He had a lot of passion, but he weren't really... What were you a specialist at? Pardon me, DJ. I still think we should have signed Ceballos. The hate he got was unwarranted. The hate, probably, but the player? Nah. DG, which players do you think Arsenal need to win the Champions League? We can't obtain them players there, man. You think of any top-class, world-class player in any position at the Madrids, at the Cities, and people of that ilk, them guys there, man. Other than that, unless we're able to do a Borussia Dortmund kind of miracle and get to a final and obviously go one better, yeah. Pep football killed Socrates. Yeah, it killed a lot of people, really. If you can't, unfortunately, in today's day and age, I think you can only go so far if you're not a good ball-playing centre-back. It's a bit like to a degree. It's the same with goalies. You could be a prime Casillas, but if you can't ping them passes, it's kind of peak for you at the majority of football clubs. I guess it's just a natural evolution of the game. It's a bit like a striker. How often do you see a striker just standing in the penalty area? A lot of them, even Skamaka today, you're working the channels, you're dropping deep, you're doing all of them kind of things. We need to tap up those wonder kids at Rennes, Bordeaux, and Lens before they show their elite. I hear that. Worst part is he's had problems with every manager in his career. There you have it. The more Kai scores throughout the Euros, DG, the more likely I feel Arteta and Eddie won't go for a striker. I don't think they're going for one anyways. So Bios and Fabio Vieira basically saying, guy, Edu and Arteta better be watching Calafiori. He can play left centre back and left back only if Kirio and Zini leaves. To be fair, he's at the Bologna lad, right? He's linked with Juventus. He's been linked with Spurs as well. Hopefully he don't do that. Loved Arsenal, but was stupid in the end. I just think it happened too quickly for Guendouzi. Like, you've been signed under Emery. We were crap them times. So anyone who looked decent or puffed out their chest, they were doing what they did. And he probably thought he was bigger than he was. I'm sure, you know, he would look back at, obviously, it is what it is now. And he's been linked with Juventus, but I'm sure he would look back at his time at Arsenal and say, you know what? I could have acted differently. I could, if you know, with maturity, if that happened now, I'd conduct it in this sort of way. For all the Neymar lovers, Destiny Due from Rennes is the truth. I want him or Diaz this year. I want him because in the short term, he can play off the flanks, and in the 10, in the long term, I think he'd be an 8. Especially as he fills out. Mendy has to be the number one option at left back, if anything. But is he going to leave Madrid? And especially if they don't get Alphonso Davies? Who knows? Albania have given the ball away very cheaply to Italy. And for your sake, I hope you don't concede a third, because that game set a match. Chiesa. I'm waiting for Italy to deliver the ball into the box. Fair enough. Pellegrini's done well there. Jorginho. Barella. Patient play from Italy. Do you feel we are missing out on Douglas Luiz? Yes and no. I wouldn't mind Douglas Luiz, but maybe, you know, the clubs, because he was linked with Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool. Maybe he's told these clubs that, you know, I'm going Juventus. I fancy a trip. I fancy living in Italy. But if not, and that hasn't, there's got to be a reason Arsenal are just kind of leaving him to go to Juventus for what looks like pennies. He probably is, man. Do you think there was a chance Aubameyang could have saved himself for Arsenal and lowered his ego, or do you think he was too far gone no matter what? Probably before the major incident, you know, what led to him being alienated from the squad. If those other minor incidences didn't happen, maybe. But I think after that whole plane fiasco and what we saw in the All or Nothing, it's done, bro. From you being told to train away from the team, it's done, man. Like, it's done. Maybe there's a reality where he could have said, I'm not going to go and try and sign for Barcelona. Don't mash up my contract. I'm going to work hard to get reintegrated. But, no, man. Because before that, I'm sure wasn't there an incident with Aubameyang around the North London derby, him being late and that? So it's probably like you're violating now, isn't it? You're taking a piss. Arsenal are so quiet with transfers so far. I hear that, but what team has announced anything at the moment in England? Or Albania could be in here. Oh, better first touch, and you might have. Italy always loves that scrappy underdog role. It's been working for them, man. In my lifetime, I've seen them win the Euros and the World Cup. So it's safe to say it's working. I'm not convinced with Rafael. It'd be a good sign and I'd be for it, but the money, I'm not really. He's very good on the transition, but I think he's very hot and cold. I think he could be made into a striker, but you're not good enough with your back to goal. I don't think your link-up play is consistent enough. But you've got all the raw materials to bang in the Prem, and I think he would be a good signing. I don't see Arsenal paying whatever AC Milan want. Di Lorenzo, Jorginho. Been quite good. I can't say the commentator. I said Jorginho's been quite good. He's giving the ball away. Uncharacteristically as well. Albania have cleared their line straight to a blue shirt. Bastoni, who obviously scored the goal which led to the equaliser. Well, which was the equaliser and led to this fight back which sees Italy 2-1 ahead. Barella got the other. 2 goals in 5 minutes in the 11th and 16th minute from the Italians. Oh, Scamacca. Italy still have the ball, but that would have been a fantastic bit of link-up play. Chiesa. Been a bit cold in the second half. Was quality in the first. He's won a corner, though. Rafael becomes our best player. I hear that. Corner kick to the Italians. 25 minutes on. Euro's going to make it seem all transfer talk is quite... I mean, the window's just open. I'm not saying Arsenal are going to sign everyone and that we need and fix all the other areas, but at the same time, They're probably working in the back burners. Another short taken corner from Italy. Pellegrini's almost fell over the ball, but it's coming. That's a ball from DeMarco. It's another corner kick. That'd been a very good set piece routine. Thoughts on Bakayoko. Quality player, man. I did a video on him still. I'm going to be shameless. You know what? You got to be shameless. Let me find it. Could be our Jeremy Doku kind of guy for Mikel Arteta. Let me find it. Where is it? There we go. So yeah, take that one there in, people. After this live stream, of course. Looks like more conventional corner this time. It's going to be aimed into the box. Oh, well, it's not going to happen yet because the referee is giving people a talking to. How can you not rate Di Maria? Pardon me, who do you want to win the Euros? I'm not really fussed who wins the Euros, you know. Happy to enjoy football with you lot. Southgate picked Collar Gallagher over Grealish and Maddison. I don't think it's as simple as that. But I hear it. Broja, who could be on, probably will be on the move from Chelsea. Been linked with Fulham. Barella's giving away a free kick there. That did look a bit cynical. Need a big season from Martinelli. In my opinion, he needs to learn to slow things down and not always try to take 2 or 3 players on. Amen. I would take Grealish at Arsenal, but the wages, the finances, just in terms of ability, yeah. It's crazy. We still need another backup goalie. It feels like that should already be sorted just when it feels we completed positions. Arguably, Arsenal could technically sign 3 goalies in the summer. Raya's going to be made permanent. We're going to need someone to replace Ramsdale. And there's talk Arsenal will look for a backup 3rd choice keeper, maybe a little youngster or something, or maybe the under-21s keeper will become that. But we've released a couple. We're not going to get Grealish or Sancho. I can't see us undertaking any of those wages. That's a good delivery, but Italy have cleared their lines. Albania not necessarily out of this, but they're going to have to show something. And here they are down the left-hand side. They got corner for their troubles. I hope Martinelli does. Need tricky wingers that can take on 2-3 players. To be fair, I would say that is Bakayoko, to be fair with you. Decent player, just needs to be fine-tuned. A lot of things need to be ironed out of his game. Oh, important touch by Donnarumma. Missed kick in the follow-up, and it's going to play there. The thing is, all Albania need is one perfect opportunity. They've drawn parity. According to Blind, Arsenal are looking at Guirassy. Please, God, no. Please, God, no. There's no point signing any striker then if you're going to sign Guirassy. Anyways, the Italians still have possession. What costs Arsenal the title was parking the bus at City. Very silly decision. I'd disagree, because if we went gung-ho and lost the game, what would we say? The Premier League or winning a Premier League title is a war, not necessarily a battle. We walked away with a clean sheet. If you can't win, don't lose. You can't win them all. I think we're more like, I think we would learn a lot more reviewing Fulham away, Aston Villa home and away, Newcastle away, West Ham at home. These got Chelsea away, where it took 60 minutes to turn up. Spurs in a North London derby where we've taken the lead, where we've shot ourselves in the foot twice. If anything, probably the Aston Villa game in 2024 was where it kind of thingied. I mean, everyone's allowed their opinion, but Arsenal can't win. If we went toe to toe with City at the Etihad and lost, people would have said that's where we lost it. We're not Spurs. They're not gonna say, oh, Arsenal is so brave. They're so brave for being 9 men down and Myth. Skull off. decent, but in very good form in La Liga, right? Good player though, but rather take a chance on that Ukrainian brother that's at Genoa. Girona. I always messed that up. Oh, Bastoni almost getting himself in serious trouble there. Lucky he's got it back there to Donnarumma. Arteta bottled it, DG, and he'll keep doing it. He might do, but I can't. But you could say Arteta bottled it, but then Arteta's the reason we're fighting for a title. All the players bottled it. If we did bottle it, we're all in this together. We all win, lose, and draw together. I think that's a far too simple way of looking at it. If there's a player out there that could say across the 38 games they never could have done better, they never made a mistake, and if the manager and the coaching staff could say the same, then fair enough. And I very much disagree with us bottling the league this year. Fundamentally, we didn't win it, which is all that matters. It's another year not winning something we're trying to win. But to take this great City side with a generational coach, Pep, and I'm not happy with just fighting for it, but it took them to the last game of the season where they could not lose against, what was it, West Ham, where they wouldn't. Maybe he will. I do think where Arteta's gone wrong is I do think a lot of these players can get better, but it feels like it's like if we had a rag, like a wet cloth, yeah. It's like we've squeezed as much water we can out of the majority of this. I feel a lot of these players can get better, but in their roles and what we're looking at them to do without reinforcements, we've gone as far as we can. The depth is not good enough. Obviously, December, we shot ourselves in the foot. And it feels like, to a degree, for me, we do this Disneyland Channel thing where we have hope that, a lot of the season last year was romantic. But when it gets ugly and it's time to do this thing, we failed to do that. So, yeah, man. And all them stats were great. But that's where I'm vexed, because you can have all the great records against the top six and most wins in our history, which shows how more competitive the league is. We got more wins than the Invincibles. Fundamentally, it don't mean nothing. In years to come, we might look at the last 2 years as character building, but yeah. I really like the guy at Atalanta. Since I've seen the video you put out, reminds me of Xhaka and Kevin De Bruyne. Coop Miners currently nursing an injury and he's projected to be going to Juventus, so I don't have much optimism, but I'd love him at the club. Would you not be satisfied if we blow most of the budget on a player like Wirtz? I'd be happy because Wirtz is great, but no, because we've not addressed what we need to address. Came on to leave a like and ask how the game is going. Appreciate that. Second half is a bit watershed moment. Decent game, man. I think we've watched all 4 Euros games so far together, folks. I think they've been good, man. Been good value for money, really. I can't say any of the games have been boring. Lookman good, but if you signed for Arsenal, I wouldn't be against it. But you're not gonna. I don't look at you. There's no point signing you. You're not going to take us to the next level. Why is my TV about to sign off? You're going on standby for? Yellow card for Hosha. Forgive me for mispronunciation of Albania. A late one there, really. Childish from him. That's probably a sign of frustration. No need to get a yellow card then. And you know what? Xhaka's probably cheering on Albania as well. Do you know what? I'd love a world where Switzerland play Albania, Because surely someone like Granit Xhaka, and I don't know if his brother's in the Albania squad, surely be conflicted. Like, he's a professional, he'd want Switzerland to win, but like Albania is your homeland, your roots and that. I mean, the Albanians can look back in pride. It's a respectable scoreline. They did take the lead. I think they shot themselves in the foot defensively. And yeah, man, I think they should be full of confidence isn't the right phrase, but they should be quote unquote full of confidence that they can at least have some hope of getting out of the group. Unfortunately for them, though, where the Europa, why do I keep saying Europa League, man? Like, I'm not Spurs. We're not in Europa League. Where the European Championships are concerned, they're in the group of death. Supposedly, we're linked with the Genoa's Italy, Girona striker. I'm happy I did a video on that. Yeah, it shows you when I last watched Albania. We win one game in December, we win the league, and that just shows the margins, man. And that's why I agree and disagree. I do think we can make smart purchases because you look at times are different. But you look at how obviously the league has changed, but you look at the price that City bought Bernardo Silva for, they bought Ruben Diaz for it. They are expensive, Kevin De Bruyne, but they're not like there's a reality. If these lot were on the scene now, Arsenal could get them. Like they're not 100 million. I know they bought Grealish and that, but they achieved what they achieved before that. You know, Ake's played a key part. Akanji recently's played a key part. So there is a reality. You can find players that can make us better without necessarily. I won't say you won't break the bank, but break the bank. But I also agree with you in that I do feel like we're not. I mean, we need to have a stronger squad depth in general, but it does kind of feel like players that could really help us kick on, they're going to cost them kind of fees. Yeah, I'm not trying to bring Jonathan David to the club still. Big him up, but no, I'm not on it personally. How did we bottle it when we were at the top for less than the rest? The narrative in it, like we just like you just got to accept it, in it. That's people don't get with like when people are done trolling and running agendas about Arsenal, like they know it's not that, but agenda's got to run. And I'm not saying anyone in the chat, but it does like I think Arsenal fans need to learn. Who cares what non-Arsenal fans think about the club? I know when you see false narratives said about your club and agendas and stuff, it can be frustrating, but who cares? They're not supposed to like us. Do you think City necessarily, obviously they want to clear their names, but you think City necessarily care? People say, oh, oil cheats, Pep can only do it with money. But the same said about Chelsea, or when they said whatever they had to say about the Invincibles, or you know, anything they had to say about Liverpool. Who cares, bro? Like, what champion in any sport or anything, anyone that's achieved anything in life, like anything groundbreaking, when have they not had critics or haters or people that have peddled false agendas? It comes with it. Albania attacking down this right-hand side. The attack hasn't come to anything. And, well, I was going to say Italy clear their lines, but they're passing their way out of problems quite expertly there. Great from the Italians. Jorginho was clipped there, ref. Surely Italy still have the ball. And I think Italy needs some supporting acts because this is the build-up to an encouraging move. 12 minutes excluded added on time left, folks. Tomorrow, we're definitely going to watch 2 of the 3 games. I think England's played tomorrow, innit? Let me actually check. I'll tell you now what we're going to watch. I'm going to go gym. So we're going to, the 5 o'clock game, Slovenia, Denmark. We're probably going to give that a miss. But Poland, Netherlands, Serbia, England, we're there, people. So, yeah. And probably tomorrow, I'll get a video done for you lot with whatever is concerning Arsenal's transfer news. Well, I'll go record it after this. Tell my guy to make the thumbnail and keep it moving. Word, man, if you want the players that will take us to those titles, you're going to need to throw up 100 million type price tags. The example for me would be Bruno. I do, but to be fair, though, Arsenal have shown, like, we will spend. I'm forcing it, but 65 million on Havertz just because it was unpopular. And, like, me personally, I thought Havertz was a good player. But at the time, I couldn't see how he would play his part in making us better in the same way you could see it with Timber. And you could see, in my opinion, from what I know about Timber, I could hear it with Raya and what Arteta wants with the ball playing goalkeeper. And Declan Rice is Declan Rice. England 3, Serbia 0. Hopefully. You know who noticed who ain't that good at defending is Tierney. His awareness. Tierney's just too stiff, man. One thing that confused me about the fan base is players like Trossard will turn up last part of the season and they'll say he's top quality. But before Christmas, he was awful. Let's be real. Harsh to call him awful. But I think Trossard's a calm squad player. But that's the thing we do. We take players that can do well, go through patches of form, but ultimately, in their own way, not get us over the line individually. The next Chelsea player we save is Enzo Fernandez. Boy, it's going to cost a lot in it regardless. Come on, leave a like and ask how the game's going. Appreciate that, my brother. This Azori team is a far cry from the 06 team. It's true, but then, you know, you can say that about every team. Like, well, probably not the French, but the French, you know, forcing it with the French. But you could say the Germans, not necessarily what the German historically looked like. Spain is definitely not what it looked like from 08 to 010 to whenever it was that they won the Euros, World Cup Euros. Ten minutes left. Again, you never know. I think Italy are going to win this, but they're not out of the woods yet. It's still only a 1-goal lead. I think American Gooner and a couple of you went with Italy 2, Albania 1. On paper, you're bang on. Jorginho. Cambiasso goes back to the Arsenal man, Jorginho. De Lorenzo probably forcing it there. Italy still have the ball. Ooh, Jorginho tried to play a ball over the top and it didn't work. But the thing is, again, one thing that I think is, I've seen it with the Germans, I see it with the Italians, I saw it with the Spanish. When they lose the ball, they're surrounding you very quickly. And I don't like looking at England tomorrow. You're not doing that. And this is before we even have seen the French kick a ball. I thought France and Italy were both poor in 06, but just found ways to win to the final. That's what you got to do, man. Has Trossard's best performances come wing or playing striker, in your opinion? It's a difficult one because on the whole, I'd probably say out wide, but I'm sure there was a point last season he was playing as a false nine, even for a couple of games and doing well. And towards the end of the year, he was playing out wide, so I'll probably say out wide. Most disappointing managerial performance you've seen in any given season? Scamacca and DeMarco are off people. That's a difficult one. Easily any, apart from winning the FA Cup, numerous Man United examples last season. I can't lie, big up Arteta, but when you was persisting with Willian, many years ago, when you was persisting with Willian out wide, and it will always burn me how you played Smith Rowe false nine in the semi-finals or quarter-finals of Europa League. A lot of what Pochettino was doing last season, really. Do you know what? Yeah, big up Emre, but there was a time it felt like Ozil and there was a game like they were out wide, but it's like they were playing wing backs. You had Mkhitaryan and Mesut Ozil out wide. Like, I'm not trying to see that. Arsenal, the new Klopp era of Liverpool with no European heritage. Liverpool, we can't be because Liverpool got the Premier League title wrapped up in it. Germany and Spain are on the rebuild. England, I think, have a better squad than they've ever had. Probably. France are just doing France things. Italy are just discombobulated in my eyes. Bit harsh to call them discombobulated. I think there's a lot of structure with what Italy are doing. Oh, could Italy about to get first Jorginho? Di Lorenzo. And the thing is with Italy, I'm probably going to curse them now because cursing the commentator. But when it comes to just managing out the game, not doing too much, it's calm. Yeah, Arteta, for me, it's only in the last 2 years, generally, we've had a better success rate with signings. You know, big up Arteta, your talent IDs improved. I hear what people say, maybe they were the only ones available and they were the stop gaps, but arguably that's means to it. Like, that's not good enough of an excuse, in my opinion. All right. Darmian's still about. Darmian's on the pitch. Willian was crap. Probably Arteta's worst signing, I believe, Willian. William was crap. Cedric was crap. Pablo Marie, awful. Danny Ceballos wasn't terrible, but it's fair to say that didn't work out. Runnisson's probably the word. Boy, I don't know who suggested Runnison, but someone must have been drunk. Runnison was terrible. Boy, he ain't played, but Brazil, where you're seeing Endrick and all of these guys, I don't know how we've gone to Brazil and come back with Marquinhos, but fair enough. Horrible signing. I think they're the only poor ones, really. I think David Luiz was okay. He wasn't amazing, but he was okay. Of recent, or the last 2, maybe even 3 years now, because time's going on, the only signing that I would say hasn't worked out, probably Fabio Vieira. I think Zinchenko got us to a point. Gabriel Jesus got us to a point. Odegaard, it's fair to say that's definitely worked out. Declan Rice has worked out. Kai Havertz has worked out. Benjamin White has worked out. Aaron Ramsdale has worked out. David Raya has worked out. Poor pass from Italy. Lost the ball there with the Italians, with the Albanians. Apologies. Who else? Trossard's been cool. We ain't signed no one else, have we? I think I've said it. Have we signed anyone else? Kirill. I actually think the jury's still out on Kirill, but it's cool. You found a squad. Jorginho's calm. Partey's worked out. Obviously, the injuries. Tomiyasu's been cool. I'm not saying that they've all been faultless and ain't got question marks, but it's fair to say they're cool. I know people can say, "Oh, Timber hasn't played that much," but Timber's one of our, in my opinion, one of Mikel Arteta's most important signings, and people are going to see in due course. Don't think I've missed out anyone, have I? Ramsdale defo worked out. He got nominated. People, do you remember the game against Brentford where him and Benjamin White were being written off? Ramsdale was part of a team that challenged for the league. He got nominated for PFA. Many times he says, "Does he definitely worked out?" It's just we've improved on him. Like Lokonga didn't work out, Tavares didn't work out. Trusty was a money thing. Like we was clearly he didn't play for Arsenal like that. We're making a quick flip there. Arteta has 4 years managerial experience and he's up there with big club. That's mad. I hear it. Depth needs to be made. Unpopular opinion, I don't think Willian, Pablo Marie and Cedric went out and out Arteta signings. I think more Sanier got them as they all have Kai as their agent. To be fair, wasn't Raul Sanier gone when Arteta came in? I could be wrong. But that's the thing, I don't know. But we can't, when the signings work out, we can't just say it's all him and then get him. You wanted Willian, bro. Willian said he was the reason you signed for us. You wanted Pablo Marie. Whether, fair enough. Maybe you wanted something else. And Edu said, you know what, that's all we can get. And it's better than nothing. But you have to hold the Lokongas, the Tavares, which Tavares, he said it was an analytical thing. But, if I'm praising you for all the others, you have to hold these guys. You have to hold it for them. Give Jose this England team. I could put my yearly wages, get us to a final. I hear that. Torreira, 10 experience. I just think, like, Arteta just clearly, rightly or wrongly, just like, Torreira, not my cup of tea. Pepe, not my cup of tea. Tierney, you can get us to a point and then you're cutting. I'm trying to do other stuff. So, yeah. Raul was there. Fair enough then. But you have to take, like, if we talk about collaborative pieces, we can't absolve Arteta from the L's if we're going to big him up for the others. But you are right, though. To be fair, that is a good way of looking at it. You could say that, to be fair. I think he wanted Willian because when he speaks, Willian says he's the one that convinced me to join us and all this stuff. Pablo Marie was awful, man. Every now and again, Arsenal fans try to gaslight you into rating players. I'll never forget when they try to say Pablo Marie's the best defender at the club when Gabriel was there. And this when Gabriel weren't even what he is now. Couldn't believe that. I gave up on Pablo. I never rated Pablo Marie from the jump, but any small ratings I had for him, when we lost to Chelsea, I think Reece James played brilliant that game. When he's there crying and holding his face and Lukaku's bearing down on goals, like, yeah, you're not my kind of defender still. Bit harsh. Jorginho's quality, man. He got Marie as a left-foot centre-back in January. To be fair, I think Marie was for depth, but Marie just dead. Cedric, got it, cut price, Prem proven, but like, there's just some guys. Oh, you can make cheap additions. Like Martinelli in hindsight didn't cost that much, for example. It didn't cost that much, and that or Tomiyasu, and they could be shrewd calls. But sometimes you spend cheap and you get what you paid for, which, in my opinion, Marie, Cedric, these kind of guys, is what you saw. Marie was tall with a left foot. DG Arteta had to sign him. He weren't his player, man. I don't think he ever fancied him. I don't think he ever fancied Pepe. It took him a while to integrate Pepe, and that's what I meant when I said earlier. It felt like there was light at the end of the tunnel because it looked like Pepe was his guy, and then it happened. But then again, you could argue, the contract thing, maybe that played a part. I guess we'll never know, man. I guess we'll never know. It would be nice, which we'll never find out if they ever opened up over these signings. Oh, Albania! Oh, is that corner? I think Donnarumma got a touch. To be fair, that's quite harsh. Surely that's a lovely ball from the Albanian lad. To be fair, the Albanian was done well just to get something. Surely that's corner. Let's see that one more time. Surely that came off Donnarumma. Yeah, it did. Wait, did Albania seriously not get... Again, the cut scenes are still running. I actually don't know if they got a corner. I actually don't know at this point. Again, they're just showing the replay over and over again. That's a zang. Albania never got a corner. I know there's human error, but I mean, come on. Like, you could see... I can see that that's come off. And you lot as well. You can see that's come off the keeper. Bro, my man is the linesman. His wife's got to be Italian. Yeah, you're an idiot, Marcel, man. Yeah, Marquinhos is dead. Dead. Sometimes you can look at a guy and just like, yeah, you're not the truth still. You should never write off people, but sometimes you can be like, you're not the truth. Oh, there's always one idiot, man. Fans running on the pitch. Why? 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 4 minutes of added on time, but there's gonna be over now. Why? Why? What an absolute wallad. I mean, I think we gotta wait for it. Why? Like, DG, how do we see for Rafael and Gyökeres to boost our forward, bro? I mean, Rafael is going to cost way too much. Gyökeres, I think we're going to get priced out of. I think we'd be more likely to sign Gyökeres than Rafael. I'm not optimistic on both. Right, I agree. Really, a new one. Who's this? Folara show. Who is this? Hey, we're coming up in the world. Random scored for Switzerland. He's on now. Who is this? Let me see. Oh, you're 26. Oh, that's one of them Banduli ones. Oh, no, you're actually Italian. Of Nigerian descent. Fair enough. Fair enough. And apparently 3 weeks ago, the lad who's just come on, the Napoli lad, he's been linked with Roma. So I guess it's a chance to put yourself in the shop windows. I'm not even watching and I could see it was a corner. Bro, this is another thing where we have the technology to not make these mistakes, but here we are. I don't understand how that's happened. If I'm completely honest with you, like you can evidently see that that's a corner. I hope we don't sign Onana if Fofana is there for half the price. I hear that. Pepe was the highest paid player at the club and frozen out by an academy grad just wasn't going to happen. Pardon me, boy. We've got 1 minute and 7 seconds. We probably will go slightly over that. Obviously, the game had to stop for a second. It looked like there was a pitch invader. Imagine that. Like, why would you run on the pitch? And I think England is the only country, like I wouldn't advertise it, but I think England is the only country you should ever attempt that foolishness. Germany, you might not make it back. Any other country, you might not make it back, and you know you're gonna get out. When they catch you, they're absolutely gonna batter you as well. You're gonna get dealt with. Who's this youth? Bro, trust. Banduli registration, man. He's about as Italian as me still, but big him up. But to be fair, it says he was born over them sides. Banter aside. Albania have won the ball, but the ball has to be better from an Albanian perspective. If you're gonna get in, the margin for errors are small. And Albania have conceded a foul. That should do it, man. I reckon there's 10 seconds left of the added on 4, but I reckon there's at least another minute. Bro, you're lucky if you go jail. You're going jail with a black eye. And I hope that if you're doing that foolishness, I hope you're actually from Germany. Because once you get in that jail, if you're something that's not German, boy, it's scary. For what? But then again, we live in a day and age, people do stupid things for clout, man. Absolute nonsense. Long ball forward by Albania. Yeah, that should be it. That's never a free kick. You tried to buy it. I respect it, but you can't con the Italians for fouls like that they made. Jorginho almost killed his teammate there. But 30 seconds over. Where's Gayonto? Did he make the squad? Respectfully, I don't think you're going to make it being in the championship, and I don't think he has. Let me look on their bench. No, his name's not there, No way. El Shari. Where have you been? Hey, Albania could be in here. Lengit, DG settings. Oh, look, see, you need a fullback like me. You had one chance. You got to hit the target. It's over. You're not going to make it. El Shari is in the Italian side. How? Where have you been? Fair enough, man. That's the thing with Italy. They'll call it Jorginho's got cramp. They'll smash the like button, people. We got 75 likes. They'll call up Buki guys and they'll make it happen. And with that, that is the end of the match, folks. That is the end of the game. And again, that wraps up 3 watch-alongs for us, people. We're definitely watching 2 tomorrow. We're going to watch Poland, Holland, and we're going to watch England, Serbia. Monday, we're definitely going to watch that. And again, it's been a good day of football, man. First and foremost, whether you're on Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, big up you lot from your opinion. Even you winning ways with your crazy Modric and Neymar comments, people. But yeah, man, it's been fantastic from you lot's talking points and everything, man. It's a pleasure to be here across Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube with you lot, man. Like, it's a pleasure, man. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you're subscribing. Smash the like button. Again, Albania. I'm not sure what the capital of Albania is, but it's not too late to register me. I'll say my grandma's there. You see that left back tried to shoot? I know someone who can do this thing.
Against this right back, Charlie's definitely.
Still in the court.